Hey everybody. Well, I haven't given you an update yet on Misery, so let me just talk about it real fast. So this is what's known as Tech Week. So Tech Week is actually almost done. Tonight's our last night for our last dress rehearsal. Over the weekend, last weekend, we had two technical rehearsals. They were both from actually Saturday was 2 to 6, Sunday was 2 to 7. Sunday was a Q to Q. What's a Q to Q, you ask? Well, a Q to Q is where your technicians have their script marked with all the things that are going to happen technical-wise. If there's a sound cue, if there's a light change, things like that. So you just basically go from Q to Q. So you're given a line, and the actors start the scene, and then the technicians get to practice running that particular cue. And that takes a while because you go through every single one, every sound cue, every light cue. So that can take a while. So we did that. Then Monday was our first dress rehearsal. So that's with costumes, with all the sound and all the lights that we just practiced the day before, just running the whole show. And so that's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, and Thursday of this week. So tonight's our last full dress rehearsal. Yesterday we had our the theater that I work for, and I am actually doing a show. We have a professional photographer who comes, and he was there last night, and he actually just shoots all the entire show, like click, 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 takes a ton of pictures. In fact, I got his picture folder today. In my email, it was over 2,000 pictures. So anyway, you work through all your issues, and that's basically what dress rehearsal is for. So, like I said in an earlier video, all the actors have already had all this time to rehearse, but now our technicians are getting the first time to rehearse. Plus, there's a lot of technical stuff that we as actors have to handle because our director doesn't want us to doesn't want the technicians or the stage crews to do anything. So me and my co-stars are having to do a lot of the heavy lifting. So lots of technical stuff like moving props around, things like that, having things ready in between scene changes. So it's very stressful. It's very, very, very stressful. Very stressful. So I'm not going to go into detail because I don't want to spoil it for anyone who's actually going to come see the show. But I did mess up last night in a very important part of the show. Obviously, there's no audience, so it's fine and everything's cool. But it's like I've got this in my head now that this has to be done. So it's kind of stressful. It's kind of stressful to be responsible for all this, plus dialogue, plus being in character, plus being in the moment, plus being there for your scene partner. It's very stressful. So, anywho, so tonight's our last dress rehearsal. And traditionally, your last dress rehearsal is supposed to go terrible. Or the one before. Like last night, it was pretty bad. So tonight should go pretty bad as well, because that's sort of like a tradition, and that then your opening is amazing. So we open the show tomorrow, and I cannot wait. I'm so excited. I cannot wait for the audience to get to see the show. I can't wait for like responses and like just being in the moment. And it's just hard to explain the thrill of being on a stage. And it's so different at LCT because we are such a small space. We're a small black box. So it's very intimate. The audience is very close. I'm going to do a video later this week to show you how close the audience is. And so they're just right there. So it's very, but again, like the lights are shining, so the lights are shining. So you really can't see faces. You can see like figures of the audience. So, but it can be sort of, if you've not done that kind of intimate theater before, it can be kind of like a what? So anywho, I cannot believe we can do 10-minute videos now. That's insane. But anyway, I digress. I will let you know how the last dress rehearsal goes. We open tomorrow. I'm very excited. I hope you will continue to follow along. I'm going to do some videos backstage. I promise. There's just been a lot of stress and about the show and a lot of like issues and secrecy, and we don't want to spoil the show, but I do want to have you guys involved. So thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for being so supportive. And in your own hometown, in your own small town, or near a bigger city that you live in, please find a local community theater. Support the arts. Support live theater. It's so important. Going to a live theater and seeing real people on stage is so much different than going to a movie theater. I can guarantee you it's a whole different experience. So thank you so much. Have a great day. And as always, live long and prosper.